Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Crank Addict, and this is the channel for crank addicts like me and hopefully you. It's been a while since I posted any videos. Hopefully you caught the video where I started that 6.0 in the 1973 Jimmy for the first time. That's going to be a cool project, so if you haven't subscribed, hit that button now. But today I am working on my daughter's 2005 Jeep Grand Cherokee. This is a salvage car that she bought at an auction for $3,500. Only 40,000 miles on the odometer. But as soon as we bought it, we hit a deer and smacked it up pretty good. So yeah, I feel really bad about that since this is her first car and she paid cash for it. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull this old bumper cover off and the grill. And we bought an eBay bumper that we're going to prep, and we're going to get this car looking like new again. So stay tuned. Alright, so guys, here's that front bumper that I bought off eBay. I went ahead and put down one coat of white epoxy primer. This is the Eastwood stuff. I'm not usually a big fan of Eastwood, but their epoxy primer is actually pretty good. I like this stuff a lot. Anyway, there was a few issues with the body that I did not recognize before. So I had to go in here and sand these edges a little bit better. So I'm fixing to lay down another coat of primer. Alright, so yeah, this was a bit of a bonehead move of me, but I just didn't see it. There was some plastic ridges left on this edge from the manufacturing process. And when I sanded the whole thing down, I didn't notice it. But as soon as I put down that first layer of epoxy primer, ooh, it showed out like a sore thumb. You can kind of see that low spot in between. I'm actually still feeling a little bit there. So I'm gonna try to sand this out the best I can now. Get rid of that molding ridge. And I'm probably going to go ahead and give the whole bumper the light sanding as well. On a more personal note, safety. Look at my eye here. Okay, had a little accident when I was cleaning my paint cup from that epoxy primer yesterday. I was rinsing it out with lacquer thinner and I sloshed it around, and that slosh went right into my eye. So you don't usually think of wearing safety glasses when you're grinding and cutting because metal particles, wood particles, whatever, flying through the air. You don't always think about safety when you're just cleaning your gun. But lesson learned, I'm going to start wearing my safety goggles whenever I handle that lacquer thinner, because that is some nasty stuff. And I'm probably going to have a red eye for another couple of days. So safety first. I've got 2 thin coats of color on now, and it's looking pretty smooth. I had a little blotchiness in this area originally, but the second coat took care of that. Just got to let that first coat set up 100% before we go back over it. That looks nice. But yeah, let me show you my garage real quick, how I got it set up. So if you've got basically a 2-car garage, I've got a side entrance that I have sheeted off, and I use that entrance for airflow. And I've built a little filter system on the side up high. So my garage takes air from that other door through this filter and then out through the bottom, where I've got all my fans set up. I like to replace this round fan with another box fan and eventually build some side panels so I can make things nice and tight, but it works pretty well. It evacuates this 2-car garage quite well. So anyway, I've got to run and do some work for a couple of hours, so I'm just going to let this stuff sit. It's actually ready to clear coat right now, but like I said, I got to get some work, I got to make some money, and when I come back this afternoon, we'll do the clear. Alright guys, well I am back. Unfortunately, my trip to the office was not very fruitful. No money. So I am back here. We're going to finish this up today. I'm just going to go over this lightly with a tack rag. Make sure it's not accumulating dust in my absence. Looks really good. Alright. I think it's time to mix up some clear coat. Alright, well I unplugged my fan so I can talk to you. It has been about 45 minutes since I sprayed that first coat. It's looking really good. It is about 40 degrees in the garage right now with the fans blowing. It's pretty chilly in here. I'm not using any reducer at all on this clear coat. And I think it is now time to lay that second coat down. So let's crank up the fans and one more time. So it looks like this bumper is held on by a bunch of plastic clips and some 10mm bolts. So we'll get out a small flat screwdriver and a socket or a wrench and get to it. Crank up the music. Olympic sport was just born. All right, well, we got the bumper cover off, and there's some hidden damage here. This bumper support has some crushed plastic here, and I did not order that, so I'll have to place an order in to replace that piece. But we'll go ahead and look at the bumper support behind the metal part here, make sure there's no extra frame damage. But now it's time to go down to the garage and look at that new eBay bumper. Alright, so now that the bumper is dry, we can reinstall it. I went ahead and removed the fog lights and the lower spoiler from the old bumper, and I'm going to reinstall them. I went ahead and gave the fog lights a little bit of a polish, but these are non-functional. On the Laredo, they don't work. So one of these days, I need to check out the fuse box and see if there's an easy way to deliver 12 volts and get these things powered up. Because the wiring is all there. It's just that there's no thing on the dash that turns these things on. But if I can wire them to go on with the headlights, that'd be kind of cool. Or maybe even daylight running lights with ignition. We'll see. But anyway, these guys will just drop right back in. Somehow. There we go. Good. All right. All right, well, bumper's in place. I still need to find a new grill and paint that one to match. I didn't realize the old one was in such bad shape. Maybe something happened since the accident, who knows. Make sure you stay tuned because we're going to be working on the Jimmy again. So hit the like button, subscribe, and I'll catch you later. Thanks.